Good morning from New York. Good to see you, Mario. Please tell me about something. Tell me something about your products.
Thanks, Bruno. So here we are presenting our online interactive microlearning platform when you can educate your engineers, your installers in a simple way. So here is, for example, one assessment, and you can drag and drop, and then you can see, okay, this is wrong, this is correct. Because science of learning is that you learn better when you have interaction. So this is basically what we are trying to achieve with manufacturers, with engineers, with installers.
So it's going about where the heat is going up and where it's getting colder and where the heat goes on.
Yes. This is one example, heat and temperature. We have full platform like with 100 lessons about buffers, about pumps, about valves, about heat pumps. You know, all the things what we need to learn in order to perform a job in a better way.
So we learn also about hydronics and things like that, low loss heater and why not, why we needed it with heat pumps and things like that.
Yes, all the things what you are on the field, you are a supervisor, you know, always you are talking, oh, do I need buffer or not? Do I need pump or not? So we are going deep inside all of these hydronics things, everything related to heat pumps.
You also try to size the pump needed for the system. So when I'm not sure what kind of pump I need, if it's a bigger size, 6 meters, 4 meter, 8 meters, we can do it everything like this one here, easy for everybody understanding.
Yes. You have pump module where we are explaining how to size a pump, what is the height of the pump, how to have pressure drop, how to balance the system. Balancing is important. How to commission the system, troubleshoot. So all the things what you and the guys needs on the field. How you can see this, let's say, learning and education on the field because you are on field with your guys.
One question more. You do also education for special products like special heat pumps like Fissmann or Bosch boilers or things like that?
Currently, this is, let's say, main platform, but we are also working together with manufacturers. For example, Bosch, Fissmann, Grundfos, SB you mentioned. So we are trying to make something custom-made for them. So yes, we are currently working with them to adapt for their specific products.
That's amazing. How it's in Croatia? How is about the heat pumps in Croatia? Or they're growing in the market, or is also more gas and oil boilers?
Let's say new build is almost all heat pumps, because of the nearly zero energy buildings. On the coast, you know, our beautiful coast, a lot of air conditioners, so heat pumps, air to air. Continental part, yes, a lot of heat pumps. How is in Germany?
I would say in Germany is similar. Everything that's new, it's heat pump. It's air-to-water heat pump, mostly air-to-water heat pump. When it comes to bigger buildings, we have still a lot of gas, because not everywhere is possible to put a heat pump in. You need also place outside, you need place for the buffers, and all the buildings have only small boiler rooms, so in the end, it's always a question of the money, how expensive it will be with heat pumps, and you also have to see, comes the money back or it's too expensive, and we're staying with gas, or we're trying to get the customer to the point that he will change to heat pumps over the next 5 or 10 years.
And at the end, you are with your guys on the field. How you can see this knowledge, let's say, what we also discussed, pumps, heat pumps. So is it confusing for the guys? Will be something like that will be helpful for the guys on the field?
Yes, I think it will be helpful because a lot of guys outside have no idea about sizing heat pumps and why I need a low loss header, why I need a buffer, why I need the size of pump. We have a lot of people who are thinking, oh, as bigger the pump, as better, but it's not always better. So it's not much better when I have a lot of water running through the pipes, but too fast. So there are a lot of things we have to take care before we install a heat pump.
And one more thing, Croatian chocolate. Bruno is the fan, so...
Thank you very much.
Hvala lijepo.
Thanks. Hvala lijepo.
Thanks. So we are here for Brent from Tool Press. Brent, can you tell us something about HVAC and HVAC education here in the US? What is your perspective? You are here locally, so can you tell us something about this?
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me over here, Mario. You got a fantastic booth, and I love what you guys are doing. But definitely here in the United States, we have a lack of individual training on different types of equipment. Because let's just say you may be a dealer for one type of equipment. You may not know how to work on the other type of equipment that's out there. So it's important to have the gamut of different types of equipment, from the base models all the way up to the nice communicating models and the high SEER stuff. So you know how to work on it. At least you find somewhere where you can go to get educated on it, like what you guys are doing, the HVAC Hub.
And do you think, let's say we have this interactive assessment with visuals, do you think this is a way to go with interactive visuals and collaborating with manufacturers, with big companies, so we can adapt content for their specific needs?
Absolutely, that's the way to do it. With the visuals, being able to be interactive. We are tradesmen at heart, so we like to use our hands. We like to move things around and touch things. So the interactive part is key, because that's what's going to draw guys in, and what's going to keep them there too. Just reading out of a manual, I'm going to go to sleep. So you guys got it going on with that part for sure.
And for the end, what is one thing what you as a HVAC guy will tell it's missing, let's say in our industry, let's say both from educational point of view or from collaboration? What is the one thing what you will change?
Well, what I see what's missing in our industry, I guess, would be the willingness of the technician to adapt to technology as it coming along, and I think it's because of the lack of education. So we as HVAC guys, as we get older, we get stubborn, we get more resistant to change. We don't want to see that education, but I think you guys, if you put the education out there, then we'll be able to get to that technology and we'll understand it more, and so we'll accept it more.
Thanks for being with us. And do you like chocolate?
Oh, that chocolate's awesome, dude. I'm gonna eat some more.
Thanks. Thank you, guys. So here with us on our stand in New York is Steve. Steve is our friend from the UK. Hi, Steve. Nice to meet you here.
Yeah, great to see you.
What is your feedback about our platform, what we are doing, about learning in general? You are a long time in the business, so just in short, what you are doing and how you see all of this.
Okay, so 38 years in, the industry's changed so much since I first started. We knew how to fit boilers, we knew how to fit pipework, but we didn't know all the physics behind it. We can use this software to train ourselves, re-educate ourselves with hydronics, how to balance the system properly, get the most energy for our customer out of the system, conserve energy, save money. So this here is a game changer. You can do it at your own pace, you can do it in your own time. I've run through it with you, it's simple, but you come away with great knowledge.
Yes, this is what I wanted to ask you, because I read that 30% of engineers are dyslexic, hundreds of pages, PowerPoints. How you see this interactivity with visuals in knowledge retention?
Yeah, I've gone through the app. If you have got some dyslexic or education needs, this app, because it's at your own time, and even if you you need some assistance with it, you can learn from making mistakes. It's not about a quiz, it's to educate yourself. So take your time, have a few goes, and you're going to come away with a lot more knowledge than before you used it.
Thanks, Steve. And at the end, you arrived here in New York. We are here also, let's say, new. How you feel the city and the knowledge and all the industry? You were also on the radio show today. How you see all of this in general?
Yeah, I've had a fantastic trip courtesy of InstallerSHOW. Literally, New York is an unbelievable place. Everyone's been so friendly. The food's been great. I've had the odd beer, which has been good. I'm going to walk away from here with more knowledge, more friends, and literally, I'm lost for words.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, and probably we'll see you in InstallerSHOW in June.
100%. I'm definitely there, all 3 days.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Take care.
Picky, welcome to our stand.
Thank you.
How you like the States? How you like, let's say, our stand, what we are doing here, and all these networking things?
It's brilliant. The networking thing is just nuts. Every time I turn around, people are having conversations. They're not just walking past, they're actually stopping and talking to people. And I think for a launch event, to have that kind of interaction has been absolutely brilliant.
How you like, you are also, let's say, from our industry, you are inside of the industry, and now you're also creating content, sharing knowledge. How you find this connection between education, between content, between doing stuff on tools? We talk also about apprenticeships and how we will engage more people to enter into our industry.
Yeah, I think because of the social media thing, it's a good way to get the younger generation involved quickly. I think there's a lot of pressure on them to go to college and then university, and I think there should be other options like the hands-on, the tools stuff, getting involved. There's nothing wrong with being, in overalls and having dirty hands, and I think that's what I try and do with our social media is reach that audience and just give them the option of you don't have to go to work in a suit. There's nothing wrong with going to work in overalls and steel boots. I've been doing it for 30 years and I'm here in New York, so, the sky is the limit. It can take you around the world.
And what will be your, let's say, one message for people, because our industry is really interesting, it's fun. It's not like it's boring. Learning is not boring and HVAC is not boring, so it can be interesting. What will be one message for someone who wants to enter our industry?
Don't worry about what somebody else thinks. If you want to do it, you do it. Don't care what anybody else thinks.
Thanks, Vicky. Thanks, mate.
Good man.
Here in front of our booth with Jennifer. Jennifer is not so deep in HVAC industry, but she's playing around with our platform. So Jennifer, can you tell us something about?
So Mario, I've been playing around in this assessment. Can you explain me how visually this will help me in my knowledge in fundamentals for HVAC?
So for this example, we have heat and temperature, and you have video explaining differences between heat and temperature. Now you have tent. You know, where you are in tent is cold. When people are starting to go in tent, it's some concert, you are dancing, you are raising the temperature of the tent, and that's how heat is raising in the tent. So this visual will help you understand specific difference between heat and temperature with real life. And then for the rest of your life, you will remember this analogy. This is how you will learn, because this is science of learning.
Yes. So, that's great, because I'm a person that visually, everything that I see, it saves better, and I remember like for a long time. So for example, here, should I move the arrow where, here?
Here, yes,
And
temperature in the tent is rising.
Rising, and then here,
Yes. Temperature of the people will remain the same. Now click submit. Yes,
Oh,
it's
wow.
correct. And now scroll down. Here is explanation why this is, and before that you have video. So when you click complete, now this micro learning is done. So you will learn heat and temperature, and we have 100 of these lessons. After that you will know exactly with visuals what every term in our HVAC industry means.
this is awesome, this is great, this is exactly what I need. And also like all the trainings that we do here in New York City, for people that they don't have an idea or their retention is short, this is a great tool. Thank you so much, Mario.
Thanks, Jennifer.
I love it,
Thanks for
I love
feedback.
it, thank you.
With us is Pablo. He is North America director for EcoForest. EcoForest is well-known brand in Europe, our friend. So Pablo, nice to have you here.
Nice to have you here. Thank you so much.
First question, what is your perspective? You are already few months in the New York. What is your perspective or knowledge here, or technology, air-to-water technology, hydronics?
I mean, the technology here is completely different that we are used to in Europe. They heat everything through air and they cool through air, so you need to adapt a little bit to that. Of course, hydronics is getting more famous and the people are more used to that, because under heating at the end the comfort is really a big difference between air and hydronics. So, I mean, you need to adapt a little bit, but the market is moving into that, and this market is huge, so you have place to do whatever you can do.
How you see the, let's say, knowledge, because in Europe, let's say, you have really good training programs. We are doing something also about educating people. How you see this thing in New York?
I mean, New York is the most advanced state, let's say, in hydronics. They are more similar to Europe, but then if you move to other places, they are completely different. They are used to their own thing, so trying to teach or train here people is going to be a little bit difficult, but if you adapt to their language, it's going to be really, really a good, important thing for them, because they need to learn how we're doing in Europe. It's not better or not, but it's completely different.
For language, you mean Fahrenheit and this?
Yeah, everything, Fahrenheit, gallons, feet, everything is different here.
How you like our platform? We showed you a little bit. Now we are, let's say, launching this in New York, but how you like this interactivity with visuals?
No, it's crazy. I mean, we like to train our people in EcoForest. We're always focused on training, because at the end, if they know how to install the product is going to be well installed, no problems, no calls. So you are going to be happy, the end customer is going to be happy, and the installer also. So it's a great tool to the installers, to the manufacturers. So keep pushing that.
And how you see at the end, we are working with a lot of manufacturers, different companies. How you see this collaboration? So you are a manufacturer, you have your resources, but you are focused on your products. And we are focused mostly about all of these things. How you see this collaboration between different entities trying to bring knowledge to the same people?
I mean, in EcoForest, we always say the same. We are a manufacturer, but in this sector, we need to fight to other people because you need to teach how all these installers that they are used to install gas boilers and other equipment that are more traditional moving into the heat pump sector. So we need to put all the efforts together with all the different manufacturers and keep pushing this market because it's going to be the real transformation in electricity changes and all these kind of things. So it's really important to try to work together so we can push the market a little bit.
Thanks, Pablo. Thank you.
Thank you.